The question is asking to pick the best picture that illustrates the synthesis of new DNA at the replication fork. The answer for this is answer D. There's a couple things that you need to remember in order to understand what's going on. First of all, DNA is synthesized in the 5' to 3' direction. That means that nucleotides are being added to the newly formed DNA strand in the 5' to 3' direction. Let's go ahead and review the diagram right here. It is very similar to the diagram shown in the question. A couple things to point. Here is where we have the replication fork. We have two strands. We have the leading strand and the lagging strand. The difference between the leading strand and the lagging strand is that the leading strand here is being synthesized anti-parallel in a continuous form. What that means is that the nucleotides are being added in a continuous fashion. It will continue to grow until synthesis stops. The lagging strand here is also being produced in an anti-parallel fashion, but as you can see here in the breaks, it is synthesized discontinuously. Small sections are being produced by the DNA polymerase in a chopped fashion. This is due to the fact that the strands that are being copied are opposite to each other. This one is being read 5' to 3', and this one is being read 3' to 5'. But DNA can only be synthesized in a 5' to 3' direction. That's why you have two separate strands, the leading strand and the lagging strand. What this question is really asking is whether or not you know what the diagram of DNA synthesis would look like. The best fit would be D. A and C are wrong for multiple reasons. First of all, they're showing two continuous strands being synthesized. The direction of the arrows shows the direction of replication or the synthesis of the new strands of DNA. As we mentioned earlier, the most important thing that you need to remember is that DNA can only be synthesized in the 5' to 3' direction. Here, the DNA of the broken strands are being synthesized in the 3' to 5' direction, which is wrong. Therefore, answers A, C, and B are all wrong. The only one that corresponds to the right answer would be answer D.